talk about TDE East? What is exactly happening? What can we expect from it?
You believe in God?
Certainly.
Believe in TDE East. Believe in that.
Hey cousins, welcome back to the crib. Your favorite cousin Moni here. Please do me a favor, hype this video, like this video, and share this video with somebody you love. So this morning I was scrolling through Twitter seeing what everybody was arguing about today. You know, which narrative the folks are trying to spin, what's trending, what news I may have missed overnight. And I came across this post from Jeremy Hecht. First off, shout out to Jeremy, good dude. But Jeremy posted that Joey Badass and his team sent him a gift. He received a pair of Timberland boots. Now, if you're looking at the screen right now, you can already tell these aren't just your everyday pair of double sole Tims. Nah, these are custom Timberland, custom TDE East Timberlands, a custom TDE East box, a Knicks inspired TDE shirt. The tongues of the boots literally have Jeremy's name embroidered on them. So my question to Joey is, what the hell do you got going on over there? What's going on? Jeremy also posted a video showing everything up close. So instead of me, trying to explain it, let's just roll the clip.
Joey Badass's team just sent me a gift. I'm going to open it for you. Let's see. We got the TDE East New York box here. It's still crazy that they put this logo. Wow. The finals. This is after New York's win that they sent this. The Tims. This is crazy. Nice ass pair of Tims too. And the TD East Knicks shirt and a wave cap. I don't think, listen, I'll rock the rest. I don't know that I can ever use this, but it's appreciated. I'll give it away. This feels like when Drake sent bottles to Charlemagne during the Meek Mill beef. Because even though I rep West Coast hard, I am from Canada, but I live in LA. I've been here for 10 years. During Joey Badass's back and forth with the West Coast with Daylight and Rayvon, I did say that Joey was cooking, and he did win that. Appreciate it.
All right, so now that we've seen it, it's time to reach like we've never reached before, okay? And I might be about to connect dots that don't even belong together, but if I'm wrong, we'll just laugh about it later, right? But if I'm right, you better remember where you heard it first. All right, so now to understand why these boots immediately caught my attention, we've got to rewind back to one of my favorite moments in hip hop last year. The Joey Badass versus the West Coast battle after he attempted to call out the king. And before y'all even start trying, I don't want to hear it. Joey won. Yes, I said it. Joey won. And every time I say it, y'all try to bully me into changing my opinion, and I ain't going. I ain't going. I'm not going. Not yesterday, not today, not tomorrow. I'm not going. But be clear though. Be very clear. This doesn't mean the West didn't have some incredible performances because Von Wick got busy. Seriously, he proved exactly why Top Dawg believed in him enough to sign him. If anything, one of my only criticisms of the whole battle is that I kind of wish everybody else from the West would have stepped back and just let Ray cook. Like, damn, Daylight, move out the way. Move out the way, nigga. Because in my opinion, Ray had earned the right to be the primary representative. Instead, it became everybody jumping into the ring, which was very entertaining. Don't get me wrong. I had a ball. I had a time. I think it took away from Ray having his true breakout moment. But still, as much fun as the battle was, I actually think Joey made one mistake afterwards. You can actually go check out my video. I made a video about Joey Badass basically fumbling his quote unquote control moment. He didn't really capitalize on the momentum. Crash Dummy was fire. My Town was fire. The finals was fire. Those records deserved way more attention than they got. And for a minute, it felt like Joey was having a genuine resurgence after going into acting and playing unique on Power, whatever show he's on. People were talking about him again. The momentum was there. Then it kind of cooled off. His album flopped. It's the truth. I'm not throwing shade. I'm just stating what the facts are. And this is why him circling back the block with these Timberlands are so interesting to me, because during that battle, Joey kept saying something that most people, and I think including myself at the time, just treated it as battle talk, like it was just a joke. But he was talking about TDEs. He introduced the idea during his exchange with Rayvon, who of course is actually signed to Top Dawg Entertainment, Then Joey doubled down. He posted paperwork showing that he filed for the TDE East trademark and jokingly acted like he was sending the paperwork directly to Top Dawg on Twitter. And at the time, I laughed. Some people thought it was corny. I thought it was just another creative troll, another way to, needle the West Coast. But now I'm not so sure, because we also have to talk about where Joey even got this idea from. TDE wasn't just a random name that he was throwing out. It's actually a callback to one of hip hop's biggest what ifs. Back in the Death Row days, Tupac and Suge Knight had talked publicly about launching Death Row East. The idea was expanding Death Row into New York. Pac even wore a Death Row East shirt promoting the concept. And of course, that vision never became reality because of the obvious. So when Joey starts talking about TDEs during a battle against the West Coast, he's referencing hip hop history. He's talking about one of rap's most famous unfinished ideas and remixing it for today's generation. And that's actually pretty clever. You add in all of the New York symbolism, the Timberlands, the Knicks, the finals, my town. Everything Joey was doing screamed New York pride. He was trying to put New York on his back, but unfortunately, New York didn't really stand by his side. Which brings me to another funny observation, because Joey, you were 1 year too early. If you think about it, during the battle, Joey kept leaning into Knicks references, the New York identity, the city, the boroughs. Now, fast forward 1 year, the Knicks finally make it to the finals and win. Like, could you imagine if all of this TDE's branding was rolling out while New York was celebrating a championship? Like, the timing would have been incredible. Custom Tims, Knicks inspired merch, TDE's, the city buzzing. It basically would have been marketed itself. Instead, the idea feels like it's making a comeback, which brings us back to Jeremy, because these aren't just custom boots. Like, look at the effort. Custom box, custom branding, custom hand tags, custom embroidery, a custom shirt. I mean, shit, the box is naked. There's no tissue paper, but this wasn't thrown together over the weekend. This looks like somebody invested in building an actual identity around TDEs. And that's why my ears are perked up, because now I'm wondering, was TDEs ever just a battle punchline, or was Joey quietly building something behind the scenes with Top Dawg the entire time? Now, here's where this gets even funnier, because and I want to stress if Joey is working with Top Dawg in some capacity, it's ironic that this whole thing started because he was calling out Kendrick. Like, think about that. You spent months firing shots at Kendrick respectfully, but only to potentially end up attached to the very label Kendrick helped build into one of the most respected labels in music and still has ownership ties to. Like, that would be funny. Hip hop is funny like that. And before any of y'all quote me, no, I'm not saying Joey signed to Top Dawg. I'm not saying that. There's absolutely no confirmation of that. I'm simply looking at what's in front of us. And what's in front of us is professionally branded TDE merchandise. Now, let's also zoom out for a second, because this conversation is actually bigger than Joey. Let's talk about New York. When was the last time New York had one undeniable face of the city? I'm talking about somebody that represents all 5 boroughs, despite us knowing exactly where they are from, the way Jay-Z did, or Nas did, or 50 Cent did. New York still has talent. There's Joey, of course, A$AP Rocky, Cash Cobain. I think he's like one of the hottest producers for people these days and artists in the country. I think Sleepy Hollow is from New York. Cardi B might be the king right now, coming off the success of her album. Fabio Foreign helped push the drill scene, but he's a little slow. He's a short but shorty. Then there's Griselda, even though they're from Buffalo, but they help restore national respect for New York lyricism. So the talent is there. The city isn't dead. There just isn't one larger than life artist carrying the entire city right now. Everybody has their own lane. Nobody owns New York. So could this be what Joey sees? Could this be what Top Dawg sees too? Could they be looking at New York and saying there is an opportunity there? Because Top Dawg has never been the type of label that just signs artists just to sign them. They've always been very selective, quality over quantity. If they ever wanted someone to represent an East Coast expansion, Joey wouldn't be a crazy choice, in my opinion. And then there's one more piece that makes people speculate. For a couple weeks now, there's been this rumor floating around the industry that Kendrick Lamar and PG Lang are interested in signing an East Coast artist. Again, It's just a rumor. Nothing has been confirmed by Kendrick, PG Lang, or Joey. But when the rumors like that already exist and Joey starts trolling with this TDEast branding, people are naturally going to connect the dots. Whether the dots are actually connected or not, we don't know. Jeremy even joked that this reminded him of when Drake sent bottles to Charlemagne. Like, it's a smart gesture, reward someone who covered the battle, whether it was negative or positive, but it's keeping that TDEast conversation alive. And judging by the reactions online, mission accomplished, because look where we at. You got me making a damn video on it. I don't know. Maybe TDEast becomes Joey's own imprint under Top Dawg. Who knows? Maybe it's just merchandise. Who knows? Maybe it's nothing more than an inside joke. Or maybe Joey has been planting this seed the entire time, and we're only now starting to realize it. Whatever the answer is, I don't think Jeremy Hecht just got a free pair of Timberlands for no reason. I think Joey reminded everybody about an idea that most of us thought died when the battle died. And judging by the amount of effort that went into this, I have a feeling this won't be the last time we hear the words TDEast.
Hey cousin, who you chilling with?
I'm chilling with MONIE.